So Lotus is out, and surprise surprise, Viper mains have found lineups and setups for it. So here is a lineup, a defensive setup, and an attacking setup for every single site on Lotus. Enjoy. Let's start with attack on A site. First come over to this pole out front of B site, and aim your wall to the entrance of stairs over at A. This cuts across the door out from B site, and allows you a very easy walk up. Next you can come over to this half wall here, and aim the right side of your left HUD to the edge of this diamond here, and do a jump left click. Altogether, it looks something like this. Next, let's do a post plant lineup for A site. When you've planted behind the box, come over to this corner of the half wall here, and look up above you. You'll see these two leaves here on the rope here. Look at the right leaf, and just simply fire your molly. This lands on the bomb on default. But if you want to plant for main on this side of the box, you can stand in the same corner here, look up above you, and instead look at the left leaf. This lands on the left side of the box. Now, for attacking B site, you can come over and stand on these two smudges on the sand here, and you'll be looking at the corner between this branch here and the wall. Line up the right side of your right HUD and do a jumping left click. Next, you'll be doing a molly. From the same smudge spot, aim the top of your smoke icon to the top of this petal here, and then just do a simple left click. Next, as you enter, just throw your wall down to cover B link, and it should all look like this when you enter. Now let's talk post plant lineups. When you plant in default in the middle of the circle there, come back into B main and stand on the sunflower. Now you'll be looking at the corner between this plant here and the corner of the ledge, and line that up with the left side of your left HUD. From there, do a simple left click, and this will fly over and land on default. Now attacking C sucks as Viper, but you can come over into the middle of this waterfall here, and line up the left side of your right HUD with the corner of this tile here, and just left click. This will land above the door and give you a one-way lineup later. Next, you'll need to cross main and then come into this corner and fire a wall off to cover both Link and CT. The one-way looks like this, and the wall looks like this. These smokes don't help you take site, but they do help you keep site after you've taken it. Now let's do post plant lineups on C. When you've planted for main, go back out into main and stand in the corner of this shadow here. Now line up the right side of your right HUD with the top right of this pattern here. Now fire a left click. Now what about the safe plant? Well, from the exact same spot, on the exact same shadow, you can now line up the right side of your right HUD with the bottom right of the pattern. It's all very easy to remember. Now left click. Now it'll fly all the way over and hit the safe plant. Now let's talk about defending as Viper on A site. You can come over all the way here next to the door and fire your wall off to cut off B main. This will cover the attack from A main, it'll cover the door, and it'll also cover the attack on B site. Additionally, you can come over to the door here, go all the way up to it, and put your cursor beneath this arch here. Now you just do a left click, and it'll land above the door. This is a one-way smoke that makes it really hard to enter tree. Now defense on B site. You can't just simply put a smoke down here and call it a day. It works perfectly fine. Additionally, you can also come up towards the buy barrier and just left click off the wall to give you a little more space in B main. If you want to defend A while you're on B, come over to this corner and link, and then fire a wall to cut off tree and main. It's a similar wall to the one from A site. But if you want to defend C and B, you can use this wall here from B main over to cut C in half there. I'll explain the C wall very soon, you'll see. Now let's talk about defense on C site. First the first basic thing to do is just put a smoke down here in the choke. It works perfectly fine. You can defend it from up on site, or you can defend from down below. Additionally, you want to put this wall down, like this. This cuts off B main and also splits the site in half. Now you may be wondering, why would you want to split the site in half? Well, if you get pushed back, you can simply put this wall up to give you an extra layer of defense.
She bite like digging dress. My bitch is bitch, gon' bring her bitch, that shit